Shit, what's this podcast called?
Discourse of Human Events.
The discourse is just crazy.
Everything's okay, I'm just trying to act my age. Yeah, I wanna know where the hell the days go. Yeah, I wanna know where the hell the days go. I wanna know.
1, 2, 3.
Alright, so Nicole has the topic. What was the topic again?
So I've seen this literally all over the place, and it says,
It's my dick. What?
where are you posting your penis?
No, you've seen it all over the place. In the living room.
Yeah, in the park. They go walks for the park, and Zach just whips it out, and he's like, "Hey, Nicole, look at this."
I didn't think that we were going to start this on that note.
Hey, babe.
It's like that game
While he's
you
on
remember
camera
in like
at school.
middle school where you had like it has to be below your
Oh,
waist,
yeah.
and then you had you do that little symbol,
The
and
little
then
circle
if you
thing?
If somebody look at it, you punch them.
Oh,
That's your game with Nicole. If you look at my dick, we get to bang.
Now it's a game.
I'm going to be tired.
That's too funny. Wait, isn't it always below my waist though?
Yeah, well, you just got to get her to look at the dick in a public park.
Okay,
spot.
in a public park.
Like you drop
It's
your
gotta be a
fork
park.
in a public
That's
spot.
where kids are.
No, I
You
mean
can
like
laugh at the
public
charge.
spot. Like, so you're at a restaurant, right? And you drop the fork, and obviously.
Oh, I got you.
And it's just hanging out like a worm?
Yeah.
About to be on
No,
a
I think
see,
like
that's
a worm on a hook?
That's
For a
that's
fish?
how the game works, Nicole.
Part of it is like how you show it. Like, do you just put like a little head out? Do you like put a ball out? Like that's part of the fun.
Yeah, that would probably be like it's got to be like at least the head.
The hair's getting caught in the zipper, 100%. We should not play this game.
It's gonna do that. There's something about married to myself with this game.
Anyways.
All right, we're primed for tangents. Let's go.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay, so I saw this one, and I really wanted to bring it up because I was like, this is something I feel like Nick will be able to just be gone with the wind on. And it says,
Okay.
You're being sold as an action figure. What 2 accessories do you come with? What's your
My dick.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
One nut hanging out of the zipper.
for the new dick to come out. That is exactly where I was going. For.
So Nick, what 2 accessories does your action figure come with?
Like your G.I. Joe.
Yeah.
G.I. Nick.
Yeah. So what would yours come with? Mine would probably come with like some sort of alcohol.
I was thinking that too.
Like a little like.
Doing the Jaeger shot.
What are these called? Like these specific glasses?
Like the rocks glasses?
Yeah, is that what they're called? Rocks glasses?
Mine would be, is that where it's, like just a whiskey glass?
Yeah, whiskey glass.
A whiskey glass. That's mine.
With a couple like ice cubes in it and like
And
the
nerdily
epoxy
enough, it would have to be a computer, but that's
whiskey.
not fun enough.
And then what else would you come with?
Another accessory.
You come with one of the twins.
Come with a gun.
And Chloe comes with the other twin.
That's pretty funny. I like that one.
Yeah, nowadays it would be diaper or something.
Just a whiskey glass and a shitty diaper.
Ooh, the smelly one.
Just like it's like green.
Now with diaper changing action.
You can wet it and it'll change colors.
What are you guys' accessories?
I have no idea.
That's a good question. I would have a board game, I'm pretty sure.
A board. It's a deck of magic cards.
For sure.
Yeah, and I feel like a board game would be really good. And like
And a belt.
a gi that would come on.
I was just going to say, like, your purple belt. You could change the belts out.
Yeah, there we go.
You know what? More than even maybe alcohol, I would probably have a GPS.
To get to the Costco you've been to 100 times.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
GPS, I gotta have it.
Oh, Nick, for both of us, a sock that's just like off in the corner.
Just to throw. Oh yeah. And there's gotta
Bonus
be like
accessory.
GI Joe. You gotta pull a trigger and like we launch the sock into a random.
It just throws it randomly.
You can throw a sock or a diaper.
Yeah.
That's freaking hilarious. That is the perfect action figure. So what do you guys?
Chloe.
We need Chloe and Nicole's.
Diaper bag, probably.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Like, go anywhere with them.
Okay, something non-mom related.
It's gotta be fun.
I was gonna say, at least for your other accessory.
The poison to maybe slip into my food.
it's actually your exact bottle of whiskey, but with like a little cyanide tablet that you just put in.
No,
Just
she
be
gets one of
thinking
those-
it over.
She has one of those rings that you can put poison in.
yeah.
And then it's carrying her laptop.
The real old fashioned, you put like a little, what do you call it? Like a poison powder
Oh,
like
yes.
in your nail.
for your nail.
Yeah.
And you go.
Or you could have you ever seen the Assassin's kettle?
No,
Teapot?
what's that?
The Assassin's teapot? Oh, it's so cool. It's like a teapot where you can put your thumb and finger in certain areas, and it'll pour from a certain container. So it's like one container, but if you like cover up one hole, it'll pour from like the bottom, which will be like the poisonous liquid, and then if you take it off, it'll pour normal liquid. So it like looks like it's all coming from one teapot, but the way you position your hand.
Complicated.
I don't like how you know all that.
Cool.
It's
Incriminating just to own this, right?
Next thing you know,
Yeah.
I'm gonna find wolfsbane in our garden.
Nicole's gonna come with a set of deer bones.
Yeah,
And-
just bones.
I initially thought the first thing I should come with is a bird.
Yeah,
that's probably-
bird and bones. There you go.
That sounds like a store.
It does actually.
It kind of does. It sounds like something. It's got that alliterative.
They sell
quality.
occult items and alcohol.
Mhm. We
The
need
bird
a
and the
second
bones.
item for Chloe.
Yeah, we need a good one for her.
So it's not. So her headphones. I swear to God.
Yeah.
Like
Ah,
90%
yep,
of the
yep,
time
yep.
when she's
I
doing
have a
like
headphone.
manual. She's a very much headphones.
I remember
on
that
kind
when
of
we
person.
were there and she was baking bread with her headphones
Yeah.
on.
You have to
All the
jam
time.
out while you're doing stuff.
How else are you
No,
gonna
just
do
to
it?
listen to something, get my mind occupied elsewhere, so that the
Yeah.
boring labor doesn't seem that boring.
Mm.
Especially when I'm doing cleaning.
Yes, I'm the same way. I can't do laundry.
See, that
without,
doesn't
like,
work
throwing
for,
something
like,
on YouTube.
ADD, that would just be like, I start getting into whatever else I'm like,
Yeah.
unless it's music.
Yeah,
if
you
it's something
pick one
else.
thing. I do the stuff, or I listen.
Right,
to the
right.
thing.
I can listen to music and clean, but like if it's anything
I
else.
go to like the tense of the white shirt. It's like if I don't have anything else going on,
Oh.
it drives me nuts.
Mm.
Yeah, I'll listen to like a podcast or a stream sometimes, and that'll make it bearable.
Mm.
Yeah.
So what would be your
Anyway, listen to the audiobook.
I just realized my action figure would look like a pirate if I had
yeah,
a
you
furry-
could have a bird and bones. You really would.
Well, you need an eye patch then.
So you have the accessories. What would be like your special feature? Like we would have like our throw or sock.
Oh my
Yeah, throw a
God.
sock. Oh, what would you say when you pull the string? That's another thing.
Oh, that's a good one.
The throwing the sock arm can also double as the leaving the cabinet door open arm.
That would be Nick's. That would be theirs. Both of you guys.
No, you did
Yeah,
it too.
for sure.
I do it like every now and then from like just pure ADD, but if I see it open, I'll close it.
Yes, you're much better now that we have the cabinets that we have.
Yeah.
I just
What?
feel like if you pulled mine, it would be like I'd have to record like a million lines, and it would just be completely random, weird shit.
It would just be your Twitter that you started.
It would just
Yeah, it would
say,
be stuff like that. That would be great.
it would just say, "Look, son, Zach's a homeless man."
Yeah. Or it'd just be like something like goddamn polar bears. just really out there.
That's a good one. What would mine be?
Or actually, just put it as "You look homeless."
Okay, I would have the same thing, except every time you pulled it, it would just be like a rules explanation.
Well,
Or hey, you want to play this
Yeah.
one?
Yeah, one of my random lines would be, "Yeah, I listened to all that, Zach."
Yeah, I totally got all those rules, man.
Let's play.
Let's just play.
And the next one would be, I would just put in a bunch of random questions about board games.
I would love to make one of those old school like Newgrounds Flash animations where it's Zach explaining the rules to you, but like Nick, when it zooms in on your face, your eyeballs are just going in two separate directions.
And then at the end,
zoom in on his brain.
So you got it right, and I'm like,
yeah,
I got it.
Yeah, absolutely.
2 minutes into the game's like, what?
But you forget the end where I win the game.
Oh man.
because you remembered something that Zach didn't explain.
What would yours be, Chloe? If you pulled the string, what would you say?
I pull the string.
What's something that we've heard Chloe say?
I've got to work tonight.
No. I got it. Chloe's. It doesn't matter because it would be so quiet you couldn't hear it.
Yeah. Zach has to edit it out.
Yeah, I have to increase the volume on it.
Background noise.
Yeah.
It's just the sound of the ocean.
Yeah.
Go away, noise.
The front of your action figure actually says does not come with captions inaudible.
I was gonna say something about that time you blew up at Beth, but that's much better.
Oh, that was brutal.
I don't like that one. We should have just recorded that whole dialogue. That whole spiel.
I don't even remember what it was.
Back.
I just remember how I felt.
It's
I
like
just remember I hate you back.
Yeah. It's one of those speeches where you're like,
when she hadn't had her coffee.
I don't disagree with you, Chloe, but that's brutal right now.
No, what made it brutal was like Chloe, I think. Well, no, I don't know if Nicole has basically gone off on her.
No, I
Chloe's
feed
never
her
really
alcohol and it works for us.
But Chloe's been nice to her, and she doesn't have that many people mostly being nice to her. So when one she just hits, and one finally goes off after the period of years, it says, "I hate you."
Right.
Yeah, no, I
It's a really
mean,
big letdown.
I'm
Right.
pretty sure I said the one sentence before that. Now I don't remember.
It's like a 180.
yeah.
Oh, I remember what it was vaguely about was bow and arrows. She really just wanted to play the game, but she was talking about not going out and shooting the bow and arrow.
Yeah, I don't remember.
It was just some really dumb.
I just know Chloe had just woken up and was not in the mood for anything.
Yeah, like I said, and there was like no AC in your parents' house.
Oh, yeah.
Like I said, I don't remember what she said. I just remember how it made me feel. But it's
And you felt like
Definitely give you
Beth got what she
PTSD.
deserved, but maybe a little too much.
Yeah, it's like
I didn't feel like it was too much because I've told Zach I can definitely see how she can push a person because, like I said, right now we're good. I've got her like figured out to where.
How she can push a person.
Yeah, and
Push everyone to the brink of their sanity.
I
who
told
she-
Zach
no.
like I didn't know.
That's who she is as a person.
right.
Like
Zach,
the defining characteristic.
I told him I'm like we're good right now, but I can definitely see like if we decide to have children and I did get pregnant, that there's going to be a lot of controversy there. And I'm like, just let me stay at home for 9 months. Because I know I'm going to punch somebody in the face. Or I'm going to go off on someone because I can already see, like, when she was talking about the low sugar cookie situation that thank God you were in California for and did not have to listen to. I was like, this is the type of shit that I would fight with her on, like as a mom or being pregnant or anything.
Right.
Like this is the type of stuff that would make me like not want to be around her.
Some of those conversations, though, you just gotta realize she just doesn't have the capacity to have that argument, and she's repeating arguments.
She took something
she's heard.
personally that had nothing to do with her,
Right.
and that's where
Exactly.
I'm not cool with it.
Mm.
And it's like if I want to make decisions for my children the same way that you did, and she's going to argue with me about it, that's where I'm
Right.
okay.
Get used to it. You gotta.
That's why I said I'm like we're not even sure we want kids, and I just.
But yeah, what is it with like people wanting to tell you how to raise children? I just don't understand it.
You don't know how much mom and dad was like circumcision for sure.
Oh really? That's so weird.
We are all circumcised, right?
Yeah.
They're
But-
believers, and then like I think
just
not
easier
doing
to
it is
clean.
telling mom like she made the wrong.
She
decision
messed up,
first.
yeah.
And it is in a way. I think
That's what I've definitely.
I mean,
should have.
I think objectively, yes. Like it's not really.
Yes. Well, get ready for them, and they
Yeah.
they
Right.
weren't that bad about it, but they really.
But they
would
came-
let it go until I was like,
Right.
I've made my decision, leave it alone.
It's
Right.
exactly.
They came from an era where that was the right thing to do at their time.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
exactly like if you tell people that you're like eating healthy or on a diet, they like immediately try to tell you how to diet or like you don't need to diet or how to live your
Right,
lifestyle, like what to
right.
eat, what not to eat. Because like
If somebody told me I didn't need to diet, I know they're full of shit.
it's just like it's like if you decide to make your own lifestyle changes, for some reason people are really weird about it and they take it as an affront to how they're living their life.
That's a good point.
That's what I've just noticed, especially in the mommy.
So if you're like doing the right thing, raising your children, like, well, that's definitely not how you're supposed to raise them, because then it's an affront on how they
It's a big
raise
thing
their
about
children.
like breastfeeding and formula is like.
Oh yeah. They were
Oh,
like,
yeah,
so
yeah.
If
much.
you tell some people you're breastfeeding, it'll be like, and they do formula. It's like, so what? I'm mistreating my children?
No, yeah, exactly.
Like,
No, it's exactly like
that's
that.
what you decided to do. This is what we decided to do.
right.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, my sister was, when my first nephew was born, she was over breastfeeding in like less than 14 days. She was like, nope. And that kid's like 6 feet tall and he's going to Iowa State for football on a full scholarship. So like, it's going to be
Right.
fine.
We didn't get to Nicole's
String.
string
What'd she
Oh.
say?
or special maneuver.
Wait, Chloe doesn't have a special maneuver either.
No, she doesn't have a
But she
special
has a
maneuver.
string though.
Yeah.
She does
She
have
has
her
a
string,
couple
so now it's your
strings,
turn
yeah.
for string.
Okay.
You're
don't
Puerto Rican. That's got to be one of them.
I'm Puerto Rican and Irish, but it has to stay. It has to be the
So
full
you
thing.
should really be the one with the alcohol as an accessory, really, right?
Okay, a bottle of something, not a glass, because I'm
A
not classy. Just a glass. It's just a bottle of something and a bird.
A Jameson.
I just it should
But
be
what
in
are
a
you saying when
decanter,
we
a
pull
dark
your
liquor
string?
in a decanter, or vodka, because everyone
There you
knows you're
go.
drinking vodka.
Yeah, that makes more sense actually. What was that, Nick?
So what are you doing? What are you saying when we pull the string?
I'm Puerto Rican and Irish.
Yeah, just that. Literally just
That's
those
all it
lines.
is?
I'm not white. That's what you expect.
Well, Irish is like the whitest of the white. I mean, it almost cancels out the Puerto Rican.
Well, I was going to say,
It's so
I
true.
can actually trace back my Puerto Rican history, whereas the Irish side, because my mom doesn't know who her dad is, that's a little muddled.
Yeah, but is your last name a Mick or your mother's maiden name?
No, so I do
A
have...
Mick or an O whatever?
I was going to say, I do have very, on both, like, very Puerto Rican, because my last name is Echevarria, and that's on my dad's side. And then my mom's side, it's Kelly, with
That's-
K-E-L-L-E-Y.
That's pretty Irish.
Kelly's pretty Irish. Yeah, that's up there.
Yeah,
That's-
that's what I
that's
was
good.
saying. Like, it's
Blatant
pretty
Irish.
split 50-50. Like, my mom wants us to go to Ireland because then we can find where all the records are and we can exactly find out where her grandparents are from because they immigrated over. Like, I'm
Or
only like
you
3
just go
generations
and find
deep.
that everyone was too drunk to write shit down.
I gave her as a gift. I thought this was a good gift, a 23andMe test, because it's like, you're Puerto Rican, but Puerto Rican is like 8,000.
Puerto Rican is
like,
a
things
Native
combined.
American tribe, black people, and Spaniards.
Exactly. So like to
Well,
get
no,
your
it's-
actual ancestry would be cool.
To get it down to what Frank Reynolds said, like in It's Always Sunny, which is pretty accurate, is no, the Spanish came here and fucked them into Mexicans or something. Banged them into Mexicans. Like,
As always,
That's-
words of
that's actually what
wisdom.
it is.
Yeah,
The Europeans
that's
came over
Taino,
and banged them and
Taino.
made Mexicans. That's
Right,
kind of
right.
what it was.
Basically.
What's that?
It's the Taino, Taino. That's the tribe of like Native Americans. And then of course the Spaniards brought the black people over as slaves and they stopped in basically Puerto Rico was like a slave port. So that's
So
kind
that-
of where they all mixtured in together.
But that is like so way more than the U.S., which is for sure had some mixing.
Right.
But they like you're either basically mostly Spanish, or you're mostly black, or you're mostly Native American, or you could be a blend.
Oh my god, imagine if we
Yeah.
had Native
Right?
American babies.
What's that?
It's true. Native American babies.
And my godfather was Native American.
No. Puerto Rican altogether is
Yes.
either mostly indigenous,
Right.
Yeah.
or like there's three things you could be a blend of.
Mhm.
Whereas most Americans, I mean, they might have like we're 4% black. but it's very little.
No matter what, there's a little drop of it in there.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It would definitely be like, well, the whole thing is, like I said, my Puerto Rican side is very much more dominant. Like, my grandparents came here from Puerto Rico, and all of their families from
Rican,
there.
But that's not really a thing. You're a blend, basically.
I'm just saying, like,
Spanish, Black, and Hispanic or Native American. Yeah,
I'm just saying when it comes down to where my family is from, like, you can trace the Puerto Rican side more than you can trace the Irish side.
Yeah, Zach, you don't really need to do a 23andMe to find out.
It'll tell you.
You just need to put her in front of, like, say, Spanish people or Black people, and she has an overwhelming urge to subjugate them and, like, control them. She's mostly Spanish. She's mostly a European white person.
Well, I would never survive in my family because, like, a quarter of my family is Black.
Yeah, and if she says, "Oh, we should trust these white people," if you put her in front of white people, she's mostly Hispanic or Native Indigenous.
I don't like a lot of the white family I have.
That's it. It's a litmus test, basically. All right, so now we need your guys' actions. What are your 2 special actions? I want to come with karate chopping action.
But you don't karate chop.
I know, but it's funny.
You should come with
I can't say I come with armbar action.
No, I was gonna say like a move to like grab the person and put them like a throwing onto the ground motion.
Oh, a judo throw?
Not a judo throw. That's over the shoulder. I'm talking like you grab them from the front and throw them down.
Right. Well, that's just a judo trip.
I didn't say anything with the legs.
So what is your action? I mean, I know we have the sock one as a joke, but what's a good one besides that?
Mine would be like snap back when you say my name, as in like my head will just slowly go around, or I'll zone out my head.
Oh my god, you have like 360 owl capability?
Until like you say turn. Nick, and then it'll go, huh?
I think actually the zone out ability.
Yeah.
Is his pupils like dilate or something?
It has like a metronome going off when you're just ignoring things.
If you don't play with the action figure for long enough.
Yeah. Literally 2 seconds. It's in another world. What about you, Chloe?
Your action figure has to constantly be stimulated.
Ooh. Is this the action?
Yeah, what like you pull a trigger and then we throw a sock, or like it responds to a sound, or like what little feature do you have? Cooking.
Well, you push me and then push a button, then there's a bread come out.
Yeah.
Shit out bread.
Shit out bread.
You gotta come with an easy bake oven.
Here's another loaf. Here's following all those gender role stereotypes, huh?
She does, because it
reminds me
would
of
be
like
something like cleaning or folding.
I have a diaper and I make bread.
Is she like a creepy trad wife Barbie?
But she's very career woman too, so it's hard to pin her down.
That's how you get around the stereotypes.
Yeah, the other one would be something with work. I mean, that was her other thing was her phrase was "I got to work tonight."
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, career Barbie, got it.
That's the only phrase though in her pull string that like you can actually hear. Everything else is inaudible. It's like I gotta work tonight.
Yeah, it's just when you first pull it, it's static, and it goes. I gotta work tonight.
I know what it would be. So it would be another inaudible thing, but she's got to like put her hand to her head and be like, idiots, incompetence, something like that. It's like when she's reviewing her codes or like other people's work, she's like, oh, these fucking morons. That would be inaudible.
I like it.
Whatever.
Hey, maybe Zach can be a good enough programmer that he can work an Apple and we can hang out with
she'll
you guys.
read 3 lines and be like, let's fucking
probably not.
Do this.
The guy that's teaching us now worked at Google.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, he's definitely
he was the janitor, but
he definitely gives off very like he was a programmer since like the 60s.
Oh, he's an old.
Yeah, like You can tell he's been thinking in programmer logic for a long, long time.
Does he know? Did he ever say he used Fortran or COBOL?
Yes, actually, I think it was COBOL he used
COBOL?
for. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So old-fashioned.
Yeah, he's old. He's old.
Yeah, like he's definitely knows old school.
Wait, is he so old he programmed on punch cards?
Stop it. This
No,
is
I don't think that old, but
One of my
It's-
professors programmed on punch cards.
he might have. I don't know. I didn't ask him. I don't think so though.
Okay. Interesting, anyhow.
Yeah, he's really cool. He's a great teacher. Shockingly, like being
Well,
that old of a programmer, I
yeah, that's
thought
what
it would be
if you
hard to
work at
dumb things
Google
down.
and all that. He's probably has enough money. He doesn't care. He's probably doing it for actually wanting to do
No,
it.
that's exactly what he basically said. Is he left Google and like the only thing he liked doing at Google was teaching people to program.
Oh my god, you guys should move here and teach for We Can Code It, and we can all hang out.
Yeah, no.
Nick doesn't want to interact
You
with
just-
people.
She would say, "You incompetent fucking moron."
Yeah.
And Zach's right about me. I would just be like, I would want to kick out half the class almost immediately.
I was gonna say, but
for some
wait.
reason.
Is it easier to deal with people that have no experience that don't know what they're doing, or people that have a
No.
lot of experience that don't know what they're doing?
The people that have a lot of experience barely, because so when I was in college, I did something like this. Like I was the guy that hung out at the computer lab. I'm paid to do it, so that's my
Right.
job.
Mhm.
Because I help people with their homework,
Uh-huh.
right? So I had to help people learning to program,
Mm.
and there are like.
People.
Cause
I mean, I was paid.
I
so it's
wasn't
not
the only
fair.
one that does that, okay?
It's
But
rough
no,
though.
these are learning to program, and there's some people you just want to be like,
this is
you're not
not.
going to make it.
Mhm.
I could tell you right now, you will
Yeah.
not be able to do this.
Yeah, my class started with I think it was 20 or 23 people, and we're down to like 15.
Yeah, I mean,
And that's after
programming's
3
very-
weeks.
And it doesn't necessarily mean you're dumb, but it takes a very particular type of thinking
Yes,
to be able to do it.
and that's I could see that with other people where
You
it's
can't
just
be
like
dumb and be able to do this.
it's like well, with any learning thing though, I think you can teach people. It's just like a boot camp isn't the option for you to learn this.
It's-
You're going to need a lot more than 14 weeks to like because you are reprogramming your whole brain to think in this way. So like 14 weeks is not this is not the program for you.
Mm.
Like I think anybody
You know
can
when
kind
you
of
just
switch up
start
their
looking at
learning.
random things and trying to break them down into class structures and like, how would I structure this, design this as a
Right.
thing?
See, to me, like that starts making a lot of sense, like logically. The only thing I have with Java is like the naming conventions get confusing, where it's like, what's that?
Impl?
I didn't hear you.
IMPL?
Oh.
Append that to some things?
It's just when it's like people are like string, or you know, like it's like the name of the variable is the name of the class all the time. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So you're like reading the same things over, and it's just because I'm reading other people's codes and stuff. So it's like you can
I see what you mean by
Yeah.
string equals. That's bad programming. Actually.
right. When like people just name the thing the same as the class, I'm like, what? This hurts my brain, because they always do that as examples too, and I'm like, this just makes the example confusing, and I know why other people are confused because your example is confusing because you're using the same words over and over and over.
Yeah, but like a lot of times when you're reading into other people's code, like you can't control how they wrote it.
Right.
And it's, I would say, like almost 100% of the time you join a company, there's going to some historic code in there.
Yeah.
Not like
I
you touch
assume.
it, but you might have to interact it because it's affect your
Of course.
somehow.
Right.
So you have to go read it.
Yeah. And you're like, what in the hell is this?
Yeah. Maybe you even encounter some things like,
And
I
then
don't know what this does, but don't delete it.
The worst part is when you look at the get blame and you're like, oh, I wrote it.
Yeah, oops.
Oh yeah, that was me.
Well, that's what I thought about too with our virtual pet is because we did one aspect and then we added to it, and afterwards I was like, shit, like I was just learning this when I wrote it, and now like I want to rewrite the whole thing to write this, but it's like I'm not going to put in that effort, so I'm just going to write
You
bad code on
always
top
do
of
that.
bad
Like,
code.
You always write a first, basically. No matter, like today, I've been doing it 20 years. I will write something and be like, you know, this was wrong. I should have done it this way.
Right.
But you know what? They're not going to pay me to go back and do it again.
That's a good point.
And also, sometimes they ask you to do something, like there's a better way of doing it, but you only have like 3 days.
Yeah. Oh, I hate the shit out of some things when they ask me to.
Yeah, so...
All right, Chat GPT, please write me a code for...
Mm-hmm.
So anyways...
What was the next thing?
Yeah, okay. Here's my funny, silly topic. This will be a really quick discussion. And really probably only applies to us two because I think Nick and Chloe and Nicole have like the answers. So Nick, would you rather sit on a cake but you have to eat a dick, or sit on a dick while eating a cake?
By eat a dick, you mean suck a dick?
Yes, basically.
I thought you meant like you're like frying it up, flame broiling it with some butter and garlic.
Your asshole?
Yeah, I think that's the implied from the.
That's sacrifice a lot for the cake.
How big is the dick?
Average.
I was gonna say the cake's a lot of calories.
How big is average dick? I don't know.
5 to 6 inches.
Okay,
5.5.
I was gonna say whatever dick size your dick is.
Oh man, I was not going on my ass. It's too much. Wait.
I can't answer because no, I got nothing. I don't know. Either way, it seems like awful.
Exactly.
You're worried about your asshole, number one. But then the other one seems so much more degrading.
Right. No matter, you lose either way, right?
Slide it in your mouth.
But in one, you do get to eat cake.
And you can lose. Is lube included?
That offers nothing at all.
Is lube included or is it dry?
We'll go with lube's included, I guess. One of the guy that I forget what TikTok or something I watched that had this though. He said like, I think I'm going to eat the cake, but cake is ruined forever now. I was like, yeah, that sounds pretty accurate.
Just act like you're taking a shot.
No.
I don't think it works that way.
Ultimately, you know.
Yeah. You know.
Is the other person, are they like shaved? Are they hairy? Like, what's the situation down there?
That might matter to you, but to us, I don't think that matters.
I know, I feel like that would matter more to you, but I don't care.
No, I think size is
you know what you look like
pure matter. Yeah, I think Nick has it. His size would make a big difference. You there?
Yeah. Size, I think. And then I said finishing. Like, I don't know.
There was no mention of finishing. How long does this go on?
No, I mean like coming.
I don't know.
Right?
What's
because
that?
in the mouth, that just seems like coming.
Yeah. You're talking if they finish in your mouth.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. You made no mention of finishing, so does
that also mean you
on
wait
a certain period of time?
Wouldn't that also imply you have to be good enough to get that guy to finish?
That's true.
He might be there for
How clean
hours.
is this guy? That's another thing that would be a negative for the mouth, right? That's got to count for women too. Oh no,
that's a good point.
I mean, in past experiences, the guy can just technically go to town either way and then finish. You don't really have to do much either way.
No, I think he's saying it matters if the guy's dirty down there for you sucking his dick.
No, you're talking about like if you can get them off.
No, but he was saying it also matters the hygiene of the guy.
Yeah, so they're gonna finish because that's what they want.
Okay,
you're not involved in the process.
This better be
that's what I was saying in my experience. It doesn't really. I mean, if
they're there for the good time.
If it's taking too long, they'll take what they want.
They actually have a cake fetish too, so they're coming quick.
Maybe you got a really loose axe.
Diaries of a call girl.
What was X doing down there?
We don't have to talk about this.
All right, next topic.
Please.
I didn't even expect that to go on for longer than 30 seconds.
Mine is going to be just as bad because
you had to
left over.
Because, like, for me, it's just like, am I dieting or not?
Okay.
Mine was left over from the last podcast because we talked about... First, we talked a lot about... animals, right?
Right.
Yes, the animals.
And then at the end, we were talking about sucking 37 dicks. We quoted it from Clerks for some reason. I don't
Yeah.
exactly remember the context. We started talking about sucking a bunch of dicks. And so after the podcast, for some reason, I thought
I really want to suck 37 dicks.
No. I feel like, there's a gaggle of geese, a pride of lion, a litter of kittens. There should be something of dicks, right? Like a gaggle of dicks. But I thought the best I come up with was a bukkake of dicks.
A gaggle is actually pretty funny for dicks, though. When you
Getting a bukkake in my Bugatti.
But what would it be? Could you do better than a bukkake of dicks? Or like cocks should also have a different one or the same?
Is a bukkake of dicks like a dozen, like a bouquet?
Like a bag of dicks.
Line isn't a set size.
I feel like a bag of dicks already exists.
A bag?
Because you never actually talk about a literal bag of dicks.
But I feel like that's a literal, you put dicks in a bag.
A smorgasbord of dicks.
Smorgasbord of dicks.
A smorgasbord.
Nicole likes to sample.
Well, if there's 37, if there's 37, when in Rome.
Yeah, 37, that's plenty.
Wait, what's it called when people put out all like the cheeses and nuts and
charcuterie board?
A charcuterie
of cock. A charcuterie of cock. That's it.
Yeah, I think it fits better with cocks. A charcuterie of cock.
Yeah.
And
smorgasbord of dicks.
Dicks.
But it sounds like your cock is just like cut into pieces and presented on. That's
how I like it, cut up.
He likes it.
Yeah, I can't think of something funnier than a charcuterie of cocks.
Hang on.
That sounds pretty fucking funny to me. What would be another a group of animals that you could replace with cocks? Well, what's a group of roosters called?
Yeah, I think it is a
gang. Is it a gang of dicks? Does that make sense?
Of roosters called. A flock or a brood. A brood
of cocks.
It was on Google. Oh. Yeah, I don't. That's not that fun. A flock of cocks make it.
A flock of cocks. That's it.
But in Cyanide and Happiness, there's actually one.
A throng of dongs.
Oh yeah.
A throng of dongs.
A throng of dongs. That's pretty good.
Now I just want to rhyme more. A Malice of Phallus.
So anyways, that was my little topic. As you can see, we're all very
a scene of peen.
Oh yeah, but pussy should get their own little things too. Right?
Oh yeah, what if we had 37 vaginas?
A populace of penis.
Yeah. Well, what if we had 37 vaginas?
We already discussed this at Cats. It's not as funny.
Did we? I don't know.
A menagerie of pussy.
That did not flow off the tongue.
A plentitude of pussy.
Plentitude.
I thought you were going with
got two.
A menage a trois, reference.
Menage a twat?
That's what I was going to say. A menage a trois. That was what I thought you were going to go with.
I hate that word. I hate so many of the words for vagina.
A collection of cunts.
Okay, no. A variety of vagine.
What's a
variety of vagine.
What's a group of craters called? If you have a grouping of craters, the moon.
Acme.
I'm sure there's a term for that, a geographical term. There's gotta be.
Not really.
Your face.
Not according to Google.
A valley. Valley of Vagine.
I'm looking.
Peak ring craters sounds like a titty.
Nothing.
What?
Okay, so apparently craters are classified into two groups: central peak and peak ring craters. So that sounds like the name
How
for
about
titties.
this?
A helping of holes.
A helping of holes.
Oh, it made me viscerally cringe. That made me angry.
Well, I feel like when you go to a brothel, it would be, I'm here for a helping of holes, please.
No, a host of holes.
A host of holes. Classic.
Oh, a host of holes. I like that.
Very
I bet you
classy.
would.
I would enjoy that.
A massive milks, please.
I got it. A bluff
Okay.
of muff.
Oh, no. Can we move on? Can we? This is making me uncomfortable.
The rhymes always get it, man.
Oh,
That's
I
where
get
it's at. All right, so should we
moving on.
move on to our news topics then?
Yes.
Sure.
Let's see how much we can talk about dicks or vaginas.
From nudes to news.
Oh man.
So apparently, there's a thing that was talking about that AI might take over a bunch of jobs.
Mm-hmm.
ChatGPT.
I'm sure it will eventually.
Yeah, they were talking about how interns might be in trouble because that's like
There are a lot of people that I don't think should have jobs now.
What are the
No
first
one's
jobs
talking
that
about
go?
they said 85 million jobs.
The real estate agent.
Yeah,
I
well,
really don't think they should.
yeah,
have
they
a
should
job.
not. Most of the real estate agents don't need a job.
I think same with car salesmen, right?
Yeah.
True.
What was the
They're like outdated jobs.
I feel like ChatGPT, if it replaces anyone, it'll replace BuzzFeed writers and like people like that.
Well-
How do those even exist still?
There was the
'Cause people
world's
click on clickbait.
it was the world's first
Right.
robot lawyer that inspired this article.
Mm.
A lawyer.
But so with like the BuzzFeed articles, haven't you noticed like when you search for any kind of news story, like the same news story has been like almost copied and pasted into like
Yeah.
1,800 news sites. So it's just,
Yeah.
does BuzzFeed actually write their own things anymore?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they probably do have actual people, but I wouldn't be surprised if those people don't like put words into like one of those AI chats and then just have them write the article
Right.
with the pertinent information, so they don't actually have to string together.
Oh, I'm sure that's
Words and
90%
stuff
of
like
how they write, quote unquote, write them.
Because if you've ever looked at those articles, nobody proofreads them.
Yeah, they're pretty bad. Right. Well, we got the one dude that was murdered by a bunch of cops. That was pretty messed up. Tyree Nichols. Did you see that one?
Oh, that's
In Memphis?
recent, right?
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
haven't
super
seen what
recent.
Very
exactly
recent.
happened.
It was like a
was Memphis
gang
or
beat down. Yeah. Yes, in Memphis,
Okay.
Tennessee.
What
Did
was he
you
doing?
did you watch it? I didn't watch the video. I like started to, and I was
I
like,
said
nah, this is too
I
fucked
don't
up.
have time to do shit like
Yeah,
that.
it was like
Stop when the police ask him to stop.
it was a traffic stop,
Yeah.
and I say that loosely in
He wasn't like
quotes.
guilty of anything.
No, he said, "Why'd you pull me over?" And they started to get violent with him, so he started to run away, and that's when they just like beat him down.
And then he died, I think, 3 days later.
Like, I read the comments, so I didn't even bother watching because people said like, "Don't watch it. It's basically what you'd expect with 5 people beating somebody to death."
Yep.
So I was like, I guess I don't need to watch it because it's
Hmm.
exactly what you'd expect.
Okay.
And they released the actual body cam footage, so you can watch it.
It's just
So it's
trigger
very
warning to hell.
clearly, like, no reason they should have beat him to even
Yeah,
beat him at all.
they're already charged with second-degree murder
Yeah, that went quick.
or manslaughter, whatever it's called at that point.
Well, that's messed up.
Basically, the point of it's murder without premeditation.
Yeah, I think
Remind me to never
manslaughter
go to the
is
south,
accidental.
the deep south.
What's that?
Remind me to never go too far into the deep south.
Oh, Nick, you're fine. You're white, honey.
Yeah, you'll get. You're
that's right.
good.
I can give the cops the finger
You're
and
white
they'll be like,
and a man, and they'll be
sir,
like,
that is your right as an American.
they'll be like, God bless America for giving this white American man the right to give me the finger.
They'll be like, "Sir, you forgot your gun.
Take one of mine.
Here, take this, sir." It's
Hey,
like
by the way, we're going to go beat up a black guy later.
you
wanna
want to
join
join it? Well, what's funny is the
We're gonna go
Tyree
commit some crimes.
the Tyree Nichols one was all black cops, I think,
And
beating
it's
up
not
a
funny,
black
but it's
man.
definitely-
Beat to death.
Yeah. it's
I mean,
black
funny as in
criminal.
ironic.
Yeah.
Okay, Alanis Morissette.
But okay.
Well, I think it's one of those things though where black cops are still kind of extra racist to black people when they're cops.
You think they're you think there's just bad cops?
I think it's
That's just cops. They're just gonna beat anybody.
I mean,
you got a point there.
well, I was going to say, it's just like, anyone else that comes into a position of influence, but they're the marginalized group, like
Right.
Candace Owens.
You have to be tougher on your group to show that you're not favoring your group.
Candace Owens is like, she's like,
Sounds familiar.
yeah, she's black and a woman, but she's like super right leaning, so she hates black people and women.
Okay.
You've never heard of Candace Owens before?
Yeah, the joke
That
is her
sounds
name
familiar.
is Candace Owens.
Yeah, she does come off like very right wing. It's weird
Yeah,
because
she
it's
is.
coming
She's on
from a
Fox.
black woman. So like you
look
hear
at
her
the
talk.
Boondock Saints, or not Boondock, the Boondocks.
Yeah, she's like that,
Right.
like Uncle Ruckus.
Yeah, that guy. I've only seen a few episodes.
Yes, him.
She's
yeah.
okay. The Boondocks. Okay.
Yeah, the racist black guy.
Yeah, my brain was still in Boondock Saints when he said it, and then I was like really
Couple
confused.
Uncle Ruckuses.
Yeah, or like those weird women that are like, yeah, we love Andrew Tate. Like, women should not have the right to do anything. Fuck me, please.
Okay, next news story.
Yeah. We'll stay off the not so happy one there. Let's see. Disney exec made 6 figures a day for the 3 months he worked there. Huh.
Wait,
6 figures a day.
Was that the CEO that got fired recently?
Probably.
I mean, he only works there for 3 months.
Bob Iger come back. It was another
Yeah, but the
Bob
other guy
left.
wasn't there for 3 months.
Morel. It's Jeff Morel.
Yeah, Disney's
Yes,
chief
I'm
corporate affairs officer, which sounds like a failing role already.
Oh, not CEO. So
No.
Can you imagine making
C-level seats? They get that. They get a shit ton of money.
$150,000 a day.
a day?
A day. Good
Do you
God.
know what?
It's
Tim
insane.
Cook just took a $50 million pay cut. And you
This-
know what? He's still plenty rich.
This brings me
Yeah,
into a
it's
question
insanity.
I actually wanted to ask
100 mil last year.
the two of you.
Uh-huh.
Does your because this is like a big thing.
Is your fridge running?
Oh, I better go catch that.
No, this is something I wanted to ask you guys. Is like asking your coworkers what they make, is that like frowned upon in
Yeah.
your line of business? Because I know that's like a big like boomer kind of
That's a
mentality.
corporate thing.
Like corporate. Well,
That's
I mean
everywhere.
boomer,
Yeah, that's
but
corporate. Like, I
yeah.
would never ask.
Yeah.
Like, for sure, someone is gonna, like... There's a good chance it'll get back to somebody, and it'll never be looked well upon.
Okay.
You know, it's completely illegal for the company to not let you do that.
Yeah, because I was gonna
Yeah,
ask, like,
it's
it's definitely like a big young millennial / like Zoomer type thing to be like, ask your coworkers what they make to make sure that you're not getting underpaid.
Oh, but... And you would never... I mean, I guess you could maybe hope it's true. But they could lie to you if they don't like you.
So we need to
I
need to start
did
a
tell somebody
trend.
when I quit
Yeah?
that I was making more than him.
Oh,
When I
really?
quit, yeah, the small company I worked at.
Ah.
And the thing is, he had been there for 6 or 7 years or something.
Oh shit! They
And
were
I was
screwing him.
hired on. So I had left and then came back. And when I came back, I was hired on
But-
for more than what he made. And I had only been there for maybe a year and a half.
But did he completely suck, or was it just like?
Because this
I don't
happened.
think he was
The
as
same
good
thing
as
happened
me,
to
but I
me.
never think anyone's as good as me. But he wasn't terrible.
Okay, that's why I worded it that way, because I knew you would
Yeah.
think you're better. That's why I asked if he sucked.
Yeah,
he,
because
he wasn't bad.
Okay.
that happened to me at the bank several years ago. I trained a girl to take my position because I was getting promoted, and she got her offer letter, and she was like crying about it. So she was like, "Take a look at this bullshit," and I looked at it. Like very blank faced, I looked at her and I go, that's more than what I was making after working here for 5 years. And then she never brought it up again. And neither did I. But I was like, well, and then I was gone like a year later.
Just start making it a public post, because they can't do anything about it.
Yeah, go on Blind. That's
That's what most
where
people do on like Glassdoor.
Blind, not Glassdoor.
No, blind's the big thing
blinds.
for tech companies now.
Oh, okay. Blind. That's good to know. Is it just
You can only
blind.com?
get, like, you have to have an email at the company to be able to join the forum. So that's how they know.
Oh, I like it.
That's
Okay.
cool.
Nice.
Yeah. So for me, the first day I become a manager, I have access to people's salary and compensations.
Mhm.
And I realized, oh wait, almost all the teams make more than I do.
Oh my God, it's a manager?
And I think my manager knows that, so
He knows that
I
you
get
know.
a bump.
Suddenly a bump in pay
Well,
happened.
doesn't look good.
Jesus.
But that makes sense because I just transferred from another org, which were all lower paid than this org.
Yeah, it just doesn't. I wasn't sure how tech companies ran because that's kind of like a much newer industry and
It's
kind of a
all
more
blind.
it's
And the
all
levels.fyi.
okay.
Yeah, levels.fyi is a good one, too.
That's
That's
good
if
to
you
know.
have straight
Should be writing this
stats.
down.
No, I can always ask again.
We can also listen to the podcast.
There we go. We don't
Who
have
does that?
listeners.
Not even us.
We could listen to views or listens or likes or whatever you
that's
guys
fun.
measure your
There's downloads.
success in.
This was kind of funny. A dude died because his dog stepped on his rifle, causing it to discharge in Kansas.
Jesus.
That's awful. Also, why was your rifle on the ground?
Right? That's the bigger,
And
obviously.
I don't mean to victim
is the dog
blame.
being tried for manslaughter?
We gotta put Airbud down, guys.
At least the guy's wife went and said,
Oh, it
"Bad
was in
dog.
his truck."
That's a bad dog."
Rub his nose in it.
Yeah, rub his nose in the dead body.
And then the gun
He probably
residue.
was on the dead guy.
Was
Huh?
the gun residue on the paw?
Dust him for paw
That would be a
prints.
Wait,
great
hang on,
way
go
for
back
a
into that.
wife to totally kill the husband and get away with it. It was the
Well-
dog stepped on it. You get the dog print on there.
It says it was not immediately clear who owned the truck and the dog, or who called 911. This sounds like
That sounds like they're just
clue.
asking questions for fun.
This sounds like a board game.
Oh,
Puzzles.
that's
But we do know the dog had motive.
yeah.
You know why?
My dogs are gonna kill me.
Because he has been on the same dry dog food for 7 days. Can you believe that? Never got a treat.
You didn't drop one goddamn crumb while you were eating. Have you ever heard the shit? I just lost it. I was about to say it. There was a saying. Never mind. I lost it. I'll come back to it when it pops in my head after dog dying.
Okay.
You can edit this shit out, but I know you're too lazy.
The dog did not. The dog actually lives at the end of this one.
No. There's something else I was about to say, but I lost it because I'm too drunk.
Okay.
All right. Well, what's the next
Wait,
one?
you're
I already looked at those.
What's Jay Leno doing now?
I didn't care when he was famous.
He has broken
He's
bones
doing
in a motorcycle accident just months after the garage fire that he had.
Jesus Christ, Jay.
Did you hear about that? He
Yeah.
got burnt up from a garage fire.
If he dies and someone needs a chin implant, he'll really.
Someone needs a new jawbone.
Yeah.
You know what? His jawbone would be amazing work of art. I wonder how much that would go for.
He should go to. Remember when we went to Canada and they had those things where it's like liquid and you put your hand into it so it can make a mold?
Yes.
They do that with his chin. Just dip his.
Wow.
You don't remember what I'm talking about?
No.
No? You dipped your hand in it, this mold thingy, and it made like a plastic mold of your hand.
No.
You don't remember that at all. Well, either
I
way,
believe you.
You dip your things into liquid to make mold, so.
Yeah. Okay, I gotcha.
Let's see, what else
Next
is
story
in
that I.
there's a lot
actually
of
might
just
care.
not news lately.
Yeah, it's not been very news. I mean, January. I think
Let me
it's
change to
been
this
slow.
month. Iowa's official wife charged with 52 counts of voter fraud.
I did see vaguely about that, but
Which
it wasn't
county?
too interesting.
Ohio has a big energy scandal going on.
Do they?
That's been going on.
Ohio has a big energy scandal going on.
What about?
Let's see. Ohio Republicans accused of taking $60 million in bribes as corruption trial opens.
This is going to probably take too much background info for me to comment on. I need something like dog kills man by stepping on trigger. I can understand that immediately.
You can't have those kind of great headlines every day, though. Alec Baldwin is being charged for that involuntary manslaughter.
Yeah, I wanted to bring that up.
That's kind of wild.
Yeah, that's...
Well, it's not.
It makes
just
sense.
Because he's the producer of the film, not just because he's the guy that...
Well, it was like
Exactly.
also the person in charge of like the props, I think, too.
He's not supposed to be that, but he's in charge of that person.
No, but I'm saying that person is also.
Oh, that person is also
charged.
charged.
Yeah, they're charging multiple people for basically
That makes sense.
why this gun should, like this fake, this real gun should have not been loaded with any live ammo.
Right.
Yeah. It is pretty crazy that can even happen. Like...
Yeah.
How the fuck does that happen?
So somebody mentioned the reason it happened on set is people were taking the guns and like going off and shooting them like on downtime for like having fun in between like long takes, which is obviously a recipe for disaster and something you would never want to happen on a set, which is why the producer probably should get charged for that if that was happening.
In case, you should also just have before I point this at somebody, shoot it in the air a few times.
Right.
Something easy.
Yeah, stop. I just don't understand why people take guns and just point them at people's faces. Like, what the fuck?
Well, it's a movie. They use blanks. That's what they do.
I'm not even sure they were actually filming anything because Baldwin
this.
had the gun and said he didn't shoot the trigger.
It must be the case that on any movie studio or set,
Yeah.
The first thing that must happen is the person taking the gun must point it at the prop master's dick or other area, and
that's the way to solve that.
And you know what? It won't happen.
I like it.
Won't happen.
Yeah, it is supposed to be a prop master. It takes care of everything, but that is you can't point directly at their dick like point blank because a blank will shoot their dick off still. But I get your point.
You got me there, Zach. You got me there.
I get your point, though.
I think prop masters should have really strong dicks.
This is more about prop master's dick strength than anything else.
So Roz,
We have talked about so much dick on this.
Life underwear.
It's a very dicky episode.
It is a dick-heavy episode. You're right.
Like cock in my face the whole time.
A little vagine.
Shoving it down my throat.
All right. Oh, this is the one Nicole brought up too. What? This isn't a news story, but what is like a deal breaker for you at a restaurant? But not like food, obviously being terrible. Like something like would make you not want to go to a restaurant ever again. You can't say the food sucks because that's obvious.
I was going to say, one of them on there did say if you go to a Mexican restaurant and the salsa and chips suck, just pack it up and leave.
No.
The rest of the food is going to be terrible.
I don't know about
I've
that.
had plenty where that wasn't good, but then the actual food was fine.
I told
It's
Zach,
also really hard to fuck up like Mexican food. Like even bad, it's like pizza. Bad Mexican is still okay. Like it's still good. I'm gonna eat it.
You know what? Okay, I actually have had one where I would probably never go out back.
Oh.
Because remember, Chloe, when we went to in San Francisco, I think it was your birthday because I took you to the little kitty cafe thing.
Oh yeah.
And we went to have breakfast,
Uh-huh.
and outside there was several lumps of human shit.
Oh my god.
And it smelled so bad going in there. The food was fine once you're in there,
Food was good,
but like your
actually.
appetite is obviously gone as
Right.
you're going in.
Oh my god.
So it was in a really shitty section of San Francisco.
No, it's
Pun
almost
intended.
actually in San Francisco.
Nah.
Shitty.
Well, maybe nowadays,
Almost.
but when we were there, only if you went to certain parts. But
That-
shit all over.
So your deal breaker
That
for
definitely
restaurants is if there's human shit outside of it.
It's literally happened. You laugh, but this has happened.
It's just funny that's the one thing you could think of.
For me, I
Yeah.
told Zach if they have live music and it's too loud to hear the other person that's sitting right
that
across
might
from
be
you,
bad.
I'm done. I don't want to go back there.
Yeah, that annoys me.
Bars too. I don't like most bars because it's like I don't like. I'm here to talk. You talk,
Right.
Like if you can't hear other people or other people can't hear you, like I'm just gonna fucking stare at people while I eat.
Right. What am I
Yeah.
doing here?
It's fine if like they have like an outside section or like a separate room for live music, but when it's like right there and you can't escape it, I'm like, fuck, I want to leave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is not my first-hand experience, but I've heard it from my friends. Basically, they went to this restaurant that has soft opening, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they waited a long time trying to get in. And it was like 1 hour in, everybody's hungry, and suddenly the store owner brought in a large group of friends. It just cut right in front of them.
Ooh,
I'd be
yeah.
done.
And
I'd be done.
Yeah.
I would shit right outside the restaurant.
Yeah, that's where you get a brick and you throw it through the window.
It's a good one.
Put your butt to the window and you start shitting next to the patrons.
But then it gets like, then you run the risk of it like being in your butt crack.
You got to do it.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Wait,
That's probably what happened at the restaurant Chloe and I went to. They let someone in and someone's like, I'm gonna shit on your fucking sidewalk.
You pieces of shit.
spread the ass cheeks so it doesn't.
I'll show you.
That's so accurate. Oh my god.
All right, Nick, I got another good one. What's something that screams pretentious to you?
Oh, I saw that one earlier.
Pretentious?
Yeah.
Just like being snobbish about anything that like it costs $2. Like coffee is one that came up recently.
Right.
Where like, oh, you need these beans. It needs to be brewed in a certain way, and it has to have purified water. It's like, dude, just $1.50 at McDonald's. It's fine.
It still tastes good. Look,
coffee.
McDonald's coffee still tastes good.
I won't be able to drink it for 2 hours, but it does taste good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They do set it to a ridiculous temperature somehow still.
Mm-hmm.
Even after being sued for hot coffee, they still have the hottest goddamn coffee imaginable.
But yeah, like $1 coffee is just like it's hard for me to
It's
tell the
fine.
difference between that and $7 coffee, or ones that you brewed yourself or whatever.
Don't you feel that with like wine too?
Yes.
What's that?
Don't you feel that with wine? Like I can tell the difference between a $5 wine and a $15 wine, but I've bought like $20 or $30 wines, and I'm like, this tastes the same as like a $10 or $15.
When we go tasting around wine country,
Yeah.
and you
Yes.
tasted a lot, some do stick out to you, but I don't think it's like the wine because it's expensive. It's just you tasted a bunch, and one's gonna be good. One's gonna hit you like the thing you like.
Exactly. That's what I feel like. It's like this is just the wine I like.
Yeah, I've had plenty of expensive wines, and I'm just like, that sucked. I didn't really like it.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. Like, say you like, I don't know, a dry red wine, and you have like a $30 and a $15. I'm probably not going to taste the difference between those two. They're both just going to taste good to me.
Probably not.
That's what I feel like. But that is a good way to scream pretentious.
Yeah.
The coffee one for sure. 'Cause,
Yeah,
like after the coffee is definitely one of those where it just has like a very low floor of like, okay, like after this there's no getting better.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
What
another.
do you guys have?
That's a good one. Somebody had in the comments was it's sort of leans on what you said when somebody is like scoffs at like a generic brand of something.
Like bitch, this is the same manufacturer.
Right.
It's pumped out of the same Chinese, Taiwanese,
Yeah.
Vietnamese
They just put
factory.
different labels on at the end.
Mhm.
Right. This is like a lot of how I feel with like clothing too. Like
God,
Yeah.
yeah.
so much of clothing
Like,
is
you
just
put it on and,
branding.
like,
It's all
these
it
are the
is.
ones we sell to the rich morons.
Yeah.
And here's the other ones.
Did you guys ever notice that with the brand Champion?
Champion.
I don't
So,
think I have much
yeah.
champion things, but sure.
I was gonna say, yeah, Champion was like, it used to be like a huge like Walmart, Target brand. You could get really cheaply, socks, underwear, sweats, things like that. Super cheap. And then now, because like influencers wear it, they've jacked up the prices, and now to buy like anything that's like Champion brand is like $30-$40 when
That's
it's
weird.
Walmart quality at best.
Right. Nothing's changed about the actual product except
Another
who's advertising it.
example was Supreme.
Yes.
Supreme? I don't
Yes.
know what Supreme is.
Yeah, what is Supreme?
You guys have,
Unbelievable. No,
My-
it's streetwear, what they called.
my friends have done ads for
For
them.
example, you take that same Champion, hoodie, right? Remove the Champion logo, put Supreme logo in the middle. Guess how much they sell it for?
Oh, it's like $60.
Yeah. And it's like the fabric itself is not better. The design itself is hideous, well, in my opinion. Like, there's no design. They once even wrapped up a freaking brick and sell it on their website.
Oh, all these fashion companies have these stupid stunts.
Yeah, they even have like little machines that you can like put dollar bills in, and they'll shoot them.
But like we have the technology now. Like to take like Nike, I can go on a website, print a shirt that has like the Nike logo, and have it sent to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like the technology there is so easy.
That's what people do with like Gucci and all that bullshit.
Right.
Like, bro, you like.
The point is to show that you can afford it.
Yeah, like we
Right.
were at like, I think it was TJ Maxx checking out because I was buying stuff for my friend's son's first birthday, and the dude checking us out was literally wearing a shirt that said Gucci on it, and I'm like, honey, you work at TJ Maxx.
Yeah, but I'm a millionaire.
But I'm wearing a Gucci shirt though.
Like, where did you find that? And I'm like, if you bought it from Gucci, you're a moron. If you're wearing it as a knock-on, sweetie, what is your flex? I know where you work.
That is a good point. What is the point of wearing knockoff?
It's to look like you can
In your
afford the
job,
brand,
you
but like,
don't make that much.
Yeah.
it only works if you are already making enough money to where it looks like you could probably afford the real thing, but you're saving money by buying a knockoff.
Right.
Being poor or being middle class and wearing a knockoff or the real thing is just like, there's no point.
The good news is I've never really fell for much branding. I don't think I'm very.
You know what I will actually legitimately pay a premium for?
What?
That there's no visible brand.
That's called
I'm serious. That's what the
Yeah.
clothes I want. How I want no brand.
So
visible.
That's
it's funny you should mention that, right? The whole fashion trend, if you watch some video explaining this,
Yes.
is that before the whole influencer thing, most big names, their logo is small. Take like Ralph Lauren as example. It's small, right?
That's why I like Tommy Hilfiger, because they have a very
Yep.
tiny one.
Sure.
they're one of the first.
That's the only ones I can
Now
get.
the influencer take off, the Instagram model take off. They want big flashy things, and that's how Gucci made their comeback. Is because their logo is huge, right? And the other companies saw this as an opportunity. So as I mentioned, the Ralph Lauren, what they did, they just enlarged their logo. It's really stupid. It's about like 3 times larger at the same spot.
That's so stupid.
So now there's brands that capitalize on that to make sure that they have no logo, and it goes in the exact opposite direction, and it's a trend called quiet luxury.
I don't know if that's what the trend is. I've been like this since I've been buying my own clothes. I don't want some stupid bullshit. Like, I feel like they should pay me for having their goddamn brand on me.
Yep,
Right.
exactly. My mom always taught me that. She's like, we are not billboards. And genuinely wealthy people will not pay to have themselves branded. And I was like,
Well, that's why a royal family have their tailors making stuff.
Right.
Exactly. You know what you'll never see is the royal family member in a big fucking Nike thing. Or whatever.
yeah, and the other thing too is like,
It's not class.
Right.
if you are like a really big brand or fashion house, you don't have to have your label on everything because you have such a certain unique style that people will know what you are just by the clothing that you put out.
So it doesn't really matter for clothing, but what's something you do care about the brand for that you prefer a brand on? Because granted, most things I don't care about the brand, but what's something where like you look at, you actually do have some brands that you think are better?
It's usually the other way. Is like I won't buy HP laptops after a couple bad experiences.
Yeah, I've heard nothing but bad.
That's what your work computer.
I know, and that's why it sucks because I hate HP as well.
Yeah, so it's usually the other direction. I don't know if I had something. I'm trying to think of one I would like say. Yes, they make good shit.
For like leather goods, for like bags, I am very much into the Coach purses that are actually leather and do not have the C printed all over it. Those last me a really long time. And they're on the reasonable side for like a luxury brand.
I really can't think of a brand I actually care about.
I don't know anything about purses or
well, they come with a lifetime warranty too. So if something happens to your bag, if you buy a $100 bag from Coach, and something happens to it, you can take it back, they'll fix it and give it to you back for free.
Did you ever hear the thing with a pen Gillette and a pen that had a lifetime warranty?
No.
So there's a pen that had a lifetime warranty no matter what happened to your pen. It was like a really expensive pen. If it broke or anything, you send it back and they'll send you a free pen. He broke it on purpose, sent it back just to test it, and they sent it to him. And he broke it again and wrote a letter saying, I broke this on purpose, don't send me a new one. But he sent it in to the thing where they send him a pen back. And then he did it again, and he kept writing like, you idiots, don't send me a pen. I broke this on purpose. Why would you send me a pen? And they sent him one back. And then he wrote like a couple more letters to eventually he actually like called them or something, and they had framed like one of his last letters that of him writing to them saying they're idiots, sending him these free pens that he keeps breaking.
That was like one of those people that was like, I forgot who he spoke to, that was like, look, you either get a warranty on everything or nothing, because only getting a warranty on certain things doesn't pay it back. You either get everything warranted or nothing.
Like mathematically, it doesn't make sense to do it on some things here and there.
Yeah, because you have to pay people to review the like why and like what are you gonna hire a goddamn detective to be like, did they really break the clause?
Right.
I have one. Our bed sheets.
Oh, you want brands on that?
Yeah.
I don't know what brand we have.
Oh yeah, higher thread count.
Oh.
Yeah, see, I think thread counts are a branding thing. I don't think it really matters once you get to like
feels good.
200 threads. I doubt you. If I gave you like a sheet, you could tell the difference between 300 and 500.
Yeah.
But you could for sure tell the difference between like 800 and 200 probably.
I don't know if you could.
Yeah. 800 is your IKEA sheet. 200 is your IKEA sheet. Usually you don't go above 600, like 800. Sometimes they inflate the numbers by making the knit sparse.
Diminishing returns.
She knows a lot more about bed sheets than I do. I don't.
You're not into the bed sheet thread count, sir?
Nope.
Well, we've definitely had a couple of sets from Tommy Hilfiger that were really nice. Unfortunately, with all of the animals, they did not survive.
Yeah.
You know what I did before I met Chloe? Whatever was on sale at Walmart, I bought that one.
Yes,
you remind me of my stepdad.
I could have assumed that.
My stepdad was the kind of guy who, like, he didn't want to buy an entertainment center for his TV, so he went and bought 2 giant clay pots from Lowe's and put the TV on top of those.
That's amazing.
Yeah, because it was like I don't know, somewhere between $20 and $40 for those giant things to put his TV on.
I like it.
Instead of having to buy a whole entertainment center and put that together.
You can't really mount it on.
It works.
Yeah, whatever works.
Clay pot. At least he didn't get like those.
Cinder blocks.
Yeah, cinder blocks.
Just like 4 of them stacked up. Cost me $5 for this entertainment stand.
Well, I was gonna say no. It definitely had a certain sort of ambience to it because it was like right next to his like ginormous fish tank aquarium that he had.
Okay.
So it was a little
fit the vibe a little bit.
Yeah, fit the vibe. But there was literally like nothing else in his apartment. Before they got married.
All right, Nick. I had another one for you. Another good question.
Okay.
What are some signs that someone is phony intellectual?
Like a phony.
You're a big phony. I'm holding coffee.
That was my biggest one right there.
Phony. A big
What's that?
phony.
Phony. Oh, the one of the comments was the one that I would use, but go ahead.
What?
They won't admit they're wrong on anything, or like they will come up with answers to anything.
It's the certitude.
Yes.
Like being 100% certain about something, I automatically think you're not that smart.
I always think of like moving the goalpost. So like if they say something and then you're able to like refute it, and then they immediately move the goalpost to try to be like, well, what about this?
Argue about something else.
Mm-hmm. Like there was.
They tell you their IQ is one of those.
Oh, God.
That's huge.
If someone tells you their IQ, you can be certain it is below 100. The real number is below 100. But they took an online test.
Yeah, right. I took a personality test and an IQ test. I know who I am. And
oh my God! This was one of the things that we saw on Facebook. One of the mutual Facebook friends that Zach and I has, for some reason, with no context, will just post stories about people dying that have like gotten the COVID vaccine. Like one of the people was like highly speculated, like was an 18-year-old girl that was highly speculated to have killed herself. But he like no matter what, if the person has like taken the vaccine and it's some bullshit that like Fox News has posted, like he's reposting it, but like with no context. And so, like, Zach had commented things on there, and, like, they were going back and forth, but he was like, I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything about the vaccine. All I did was post this. I'm not Google. Do your own research. The moment I see do your own research or I'm not Google, I'm done. I have zoned out.
Okay.
Especially if you post the same thing.
Vaccine research.
Well, yeah, but it was like a pseudo-intellectual thing.
Let me give background info so he gets context.
Phony.
So this person in particular is posting a lot of like young people who are dying of cardiac arrest. And implying heavily that it's because they took a COVID vaccine, even though none of these articles say like this person has a COVID vaccine, and which is what I was pointing out is you're posting all these young people dying, but like these articles don't even say if this person had a vaccine or not. Like what are we doing here?
Is it speculation?
Yeah, like I said, one of them it was heavily speculated because of a family member's post, and the reason that they were so late in even saying anything about it was because she was suspected of killing herself.
Yes.
And like I said, anytime
related to that,
I
saw this on Twitter where some people were talking about Elvis Presley's daughter died, right?
Mm-hmm.
They were hinting it was caused by COVID vaccine. But really, look, is that lady has been huge spender and have bad drug habit. I mean, like, I'm not surprised if she just like dropped that one day because of heart attack or something, you know?
Yeah, cardiovascular issues up the
ass. Not the 18-year-old athlete here. Crackhead homeless man died on the street, but he was vaxxed.
Yeah, and that's the type of stuff that like this person would be posting is they would just like post like the eyes looking emoji type situation, and then people in the comments would be like, this is why you don't get the vaccine and blah blah blah, and they would like it without actually saying anything. And then like Zach chimed in on one of them and he's like, I didn't say anything, I didn't say it was a vaccine. And then he's like, well, you're obviously posting about it. He's like, I'm not Google, man. Just do your own research. The research is all there. And I'm like, you're saying nothing.
Yeah.
Hey, my question is, when George Floyd died, did we have the vaccine?
It was literally
that might be the new defense. Is he was vaxxed.
No, that was before the vaccine.
Because it was the summer of 2020. It was in May.
Maybe he was on one of the trials.
He had a trial version.
That should be the news article. Was George Floyd on the trial for the vaccine?
Oh, that's the thing I forgot that I forgot earlier. Have you ever seen the thing about news stories where if it's a question, it's almost certainly not true in a news story?
Yes. The Betteridge's headline, I think it's called.
Yeah.
Betteridge's Law of Headlines.
I just feel like
if it asks a question in the headline of a story, the answer is no.
Yeah, the answer is always no.
Not.
It's just like wild speculation, but they write it as a headline to try and get you to click.
Oh my god, that's like those people.
Are the Nazis in charge of our breakfast cereals?
Yeah, exactly like that.
That's like when they were...
The ones are, is it racist? Is stamp collecting racist?
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Oh my god, that's like when the guy broke into Nancy Pelosi's husband's, well, it's Nancy Pelosi's house too, but Nancy Pelosi's husband was there, and he attacked him, and people were like, were they gay lovers? And I'm like, shut the fuck up.
Alright, what do we got? Oh, I got a good one for this. What movie do you enjoy, but you will 100% agree is a bad movie? I got a good one for this. Super Mario Brothers.
Oh yeah, I haven't watched it in 20 years, but you're right. That's a shitty movie. But I mean, just for like, I don't know, nostalgia.
Yes, exactly.
So excited.
But like, why do you think it's a bad movie if you enjoyed it so much?
Because it's dog shit. It's terrible. The plot makes no sense.
Yeah, it's just some objectively terrible things about it.
But like when you're 7, when we first saw it, it was
the bomb.
Live action. So I would still watch it as a teenager and be like, this is terrible. That is a good one.
That's how I feel about the Speed Racer movie.
Speed Racer, you think's a bad movie?
I don't know if I think.
I think that could actually be argued it's a good movie, just period.
But it's just like I don't know enough about like Speed Racer lore to know if it's good.
Harry's really into Speed Racer and he loves Speed Racer movies, so I think it might just be a good movie.
Okay. Oh, Two-Headed Shark Attack.
Oh yeah, one of those kind of movies.
And Sand Sharks, both featuring Brooke Hogan.
I say sometimes it's like the parody ones, like where you know the jokes are stupid and like
Sharknado,
not subtle at all, but you still laugh, like the scary movie ones.
I think those are like, especially the first one was actually the first two are actually well written movies. I think they are actually good movies. Those are the only
ones I've seen, but sometimes they're just dumb, but you laugh anyways. Like the fart jokes or something.
Right.
It's very cheap jokes, and it's still funny.
That's how I feel about Two-Headed Shark Attack. So bad, but I make everybody watch it with me. That one and Sand Sharks.
What's another good one, though, like Super Mario Brothers, where they were trying to make a good movie? Or at least a decent film. They might have given up halfway on Super Mario Brothers.
I don't know. It seems like they pick on Street Fighter a lot, and they can't make a good one to save.
Okay, I got a clip on this.
That one would be one too, and the Mortal Kombat movie.
Mortal Kombat, yes.
We watched the most recent one in theaters.
Just dog shit.
The old Mortal Kombat movie, and Street Fighter.
Yeah, like when he does the splits to punch Goro in the nuts. I mean, you gotta love it.
Yeah. He's like, I'm gonna enjoy this no matter what.
I had another question for you, though.
Yeah, Street Fighter is actually one of the top ones on here.
Uh-huh.
So, especially for you, Nick, because I know you're not a big, like, treat yourself type of person, but if, like, money was no object, what is something that you would treat yourself to regularly?
You gotta treat yourself. Regularly?
Yeah. Ooh. Like, mine would probably be, like, going to, like, an expensive dermatologist and, like, something like that.
Would I treat myself to regularly?
Oh, I would have like a 2-hour back massage.
Oh yeah.
Every other day.
Massage. That's not a bad one. That's a pretty good one.
What about you, Chloe?
I just feel like first class, but I mean that's not a treat, is it?
I would like to have a second nanny.
Oh,
a second nanny. What about first nanny?
Whatever. Well, first nanny can work over 40 hours a week. Right?
Yeah.
And then you take care of them.
There you go.
Chloe said, "Fuck them kids."
Listen, I'll tie you motherfuckers pooping in your pants.
You know what I would probably treat myself to? Is just starting just crazy as shit ideas and probably abandoning them.
Oh, that's such a good idea. Yeah. I love that one.
Like a venture capitalist.
Yeah, I would like. I would probably start it and then just go like, okay, you're in charge now. Call me in a year and tell me how it turned out. I'm bored with this now.
Like investments, but
like
more
absolutely absurd inventions and creations.
Oh my god, you remind me of Mr. Peanut Butter and BoJack Horseman when he buys like all of those noodle strainers and then eventually comes in handy for him like a season later.
I'll remember that, but yes.
Yeah, he saves like an underwater city with noodle strainers.
What would be your first crazy ass project?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Please not you, Sarah.
No.
I like this idea because I feel like we would both do something absurd if we had money like this.
Like, I don't know, like a entertainment area, like a bar or something with live action board games. Like, you got to be the pieces.
Like in Harry Potter. When they play the
like
chess.
human,
Oh,
like
they do
human
play chess
chess
in the first one. Yeah,
They do.
I remember that. Like stuff like that, and then like invest or like a bar where you interact with you vote on the next piece, like the next move.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And the person has to move, so it's entertaining. Like they do bar trivia, right?
That's
but
a great idea, though. That'd be fun.
Yeah. I would start this, and I wouldn't look at how much do I have to pay the actors, or how much would it make sense. If I'm rich and money's no object, I'm starting it, attending a few times, and be like, yeah, I think it's basically right.
They did that with Dice Tower with the Magical Athlete one time, where they had people actually move for the Magical Athlete racers.
Where's that? What's that theme restaurant where you can watch people?
Medieval Times.
It's like it's like Medieval Times meets the movie The Circle.
Yeah. And here's how much I'd pivot. I would be like, okay, just after 2 weeks of that one, I'd be like, now I want to start Medieval Times, but Roman times, and they're fighting gladiator games.
Oh
that
my god!
Let's try to start that.
And we have trained lions and tigers.
Yeah. Are we getting back to gladiatorial combat becoming illegal?
Yes.
That's what MMA is, babe.
That would be my first project, is to get gladiatorial combat to be legal.
Alpha.
In some way, I'd be like Elon Musk, but without the follow through.
Elon Musk, but with better ideas.
I don't know. Didn't he abandon the boring project?
Did he? I don't know. But, I mean, he obviously keeps going on Tesla and SpaceX.
Right.
Isn't he under trial right now?
Is
Who
he
knows?
under what?
Yeah, isn't he on a trial right now?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
For Twitter stuff?
I'm pretty sure, hang on here, let me look it up, that he's currently in the middle of a lawsuit or some bullshit.
I do like the idea, though, of being able to just start crazy-ass projects for no reason.
Yeah.
Just
Oh, yeah, it's the Tesla trial,
shit.
where they were talking about, stock manipulation from his tweets.
Oh.
From SEC?
Oh,
Mhm.
he's actually having the trial.
Yes, he's in the middle of that right now. About him affecting the firm's stock prices.
I got another restaurant.
Okay, back
So
to
since
that.
I was going to have Roman times competing with
Jeez.
medieval times,
Uh-huh.
I was going to say, let's compete with Hooters, but it'll be called Booters, and it'll be the booty.
This is all booties.
So only girls with big butts get hired rather than...
Okay.
I don't think you
They
understand.
have the
Right?
thongs.
Hooters has ass cheeks hanging out too. How long has it
do
been
they?
since you've been in a Hooters?
I've
yeah.
honestly never been to a Hooters, ever.
Oh,
But
I was going to
Yeah,
say
me
the
neither.
butt
Hooters
is
obviously
out
needs
way
tits,
more than
though.
the tits.
Do we have a Hooters in
is obviously
Columbus?
selling tits. That's the point. We do. It was not far from the bank. I have no idea who ever went there, but it may have closed though. I don't think it was, but it was there when I started for sure.
This is do we even have one here?
We do.
Yeah.
I'm finding my closest Hooters. I want to go there for the wings, babe.
Hooters
They
sells
had
the tits
last
because
when I
that's
was
what
in
Hooters
Florida. They had
means.
really good oysters.
The closest
See,
location to us is in Dayton now.
Really?
Yeah.
Here's the problem, anyways. I wouldn't do the research when I'm doing these treat myself ideas.
That's half the fun.
I'm gonna $5
He'd
million.
get a
We're
call from
starting
me
Booters, and it's gonna be
6
about
weeks
booty.
into production.
Start it now. Hey, they are showing the UFC though, so that's good.
They always do.
You guys going on a trip to Dayton now?
There's actually a oddities store in Dayton that I want to go to.
So yes.
Yes, we will go to Hooters.
We got to stop at Hooters
That gives me
now.
an excuse to go to Hooters.
Yeah, just stop.
I want to watch actually, the one in Dayton doesn't show the UFC. Weirdly enough.
No, there's.
Hmm?
How far is that one away from Dayton?
I don't know.
Where's Mason?
All right. Well, any more restaurant ideas?
No. I think I'm done with that.
I was gonna say the other person that Nick reminded me of is in 30 Rock. Tracy Jordan has his fake son that's actually older than him, and he keeps coming up with restaurant ideas. And one of them is called where he does. God, it's called Staples. And he has like fake Godzilla, and he has like monster fights in the middle of it, like medieval times.
That'd be sweet. You have like kaiju fights while you're
There
eating.
should be more things like medieval times. Like
I've never been to a medieval times. Like that'd be.
Never have I. It looks cool.
I don't think they're super. I'm googling if there's one near us.
There should be, because they're in all the major touristy spots.
I would love to go to one.
No medieval times.
I know.
You have to see Table Guide.
I know they have a couple in California.
Yeah, we don't. You have one in Buena Park.
Okay, maybe you just have
That's
the
what I'm
one.
looking at. Where is that?
That a little close to the bay.
There's only 10.
0.
Period.
Oh, that's I think around.
Okay, we could go to the one in Chicago.
States, no shit. Yeah, that's in LA for sure.
You sure that's LA?
It's not LA.
It's LA.
I think the people in LA have to drive to it.
So they stage like jousting and like sword fights and.
And they have horses and everything, and the knights will give you roses.
Dude, when we went,
it's like medieval stuff. So you eat like a big turkey leg.
Hell yeah, well.
You're pleb,
and not real. And by the way, probably not real medieval stuff. Just things like you draw a picture if somebody asked you. Right? Right. I think they ate big turkey legs because that's what I see in movies.
When we went to the Arnold, there's a jiu-jitsu tournament at the Arnold every year. They had like those like medieval fights going on where like people would fight each other.
Told me about it.
Yeah, it was actually pretty sweet.
Cool. It sounds seriously dangerous in some times.
Yes, it does. It looks seriously dangerous at times. It's fun to watch though.
Yeah, I want to go and watch shit like that. That sounds fun.
Yeah. Also at the Arnold, I didn't know this was going on, but I'm gonna stay this year when I go to Arnold. They had those slap competitions going on.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's like
now you can be Dana White and his wife.
Person, and they slap
probably
each other.
either.
And then like I've only seen them when the guy slaps the ever loving shit out of on the second.
Right, because you watch the highlights.
Falls down.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know what like it. That's not how they normally go, right?
I don't.
Somebody just has to concede.
Yeah, pretty much. I saw the one where the guy like has his face was still swollen. Like
I don't know the actual rules to it, like how you lose.
I think it's conceding or knockout.
I know. There's one tournament where like you hold like a pool noodle or something. If it falls, you're out.
That's a good one, or else they could go indefinitely.
Yeah.
The ones overseas are absolutely wild.
The Dana White one looks like you're just. I'm gonna get brain damage. The game.
Yeah, and Dana White doesn't pay for shit.
Right. He
So,
just
like,
slapped his name on it and made money as a promoter.
Yeah, and whatever you go into and whatever you come out with, they're not paying your medical or doctor bills.
Actually, I got a question. Nick, do you even know who Dana White is?
Nope. Had no idea what the fuck you were talking about.
Okay, I'm sorry about that.
I was wondering if you even knew. Dana White is the guy who started the UFC.
Oh, okay.
And he started a whole like league for the slap competition things.
And it came out right as he got exposed on camera for slapping the ever-loving shit out of his wife.
On camera.
At a club. On New Year's Eve.
He's not just a promoter. He believes in what he's selling, Nicole.
At the heart of it, he is a true slapper.
Yeah, but
I
like,
believe in the slap.
a lot of people
It
hate
could be
him.
another competition, Zach. The
What's that?
wife beating competition.
Wife beating.
I'm gonna start off like the UFC, a competitor.
You have to start on
Exactly what the rules
Indian
are.
reservations as well.
I was gonna say, if you go into that competition, do you have to have a wife and bring her, or can you go in single and you get a wife? Like
You
like
actually
a
have to
stand-in.
marry
I haven't
them.
worked out
No,
the
no, like a
details,
stand-in.
Nicole.
Like a
Hire
stand-in.
someone on the spot.
No, it's gotta be your own, and like she's gotta forgive you afterwards.
And she has to
That's
start like
part of the
cooking in the
contest.
kitchen as you like get all angry coming home from work. Like,
What if you work from
The
home?
contest is how you gotta. It's a like how badly can you beat her and she still forgives you. If she doesn't forgive you, you're disqualified.
DQ.
Yeah.
So you have
And
to
then
you have
after
to
that, it's who beat the most.
you have to toe that line.
But still
Well,
living.
it should be like the
That-
UFC where they talk about like significant strikes.
Significant strikes. That's a significant forgiveness. She said sorry.
I'd love to hear the narrators on this. Oh, and he's going for the belt now. He's starting off soft.
And he whips his dick
Ooh,
out?
he
What?
didn't start with the buckle in. Ooh.
All right, this is horrible.
Looks
Move
like he's
on.
gonna warm up to the real stuff.
I don't like this.
Well, we got to think of something dumber than slapping each other one by one.
Arm wrestling.
Arm wrestling's
wars?
fun.
Does it exist? There's a movie with Sylvester Stallone doing that.
Yeah, over the top. Don't
I
make
was
fun
gonna
of it, babe.
What about thumb wrestling?
Is there
You get the
professional?
guy, you get the guys in an octagon.
There's got to be professional thumb wrestling.
And
It's got to be a new thing, though. Like, I don't think anyone was having a slap each other game
True.
for the most part.
well, they were doing it overseas in like other countries, and I think Dana White just brought it to the
Nick.
US.
You already thought of it earlier. A professional contest of the showing the circle under your waist. Like you're in this like giant arena, like running around, like trying to catch people, and you get to punch
Trying to
them.
get people to look.
But if you get to punch them, you get to try and knock them out. And if they get knocked out, they're eliminated. You just get one
The
solid
Middle School
punch.
Games Consortium.
Yeah.
That reminds me of like those tag things that they used to do, where you would like play with a group of adults in a city,
Yes.
or I
Yes.
think it was called maybe hide
Oh.
and seek. It was either hide and seek or tag.
They did both.
But yeah, there's a World Thumb Wrestling Championship.
Yeah, it definitely exists. I assumed it did.
Oh my god, they put a ring around their thumbs. But no, I meant like two guys in an octagon, in the leotards, like chopped up, like going at it in the middle.
What about the one game where it's the slap game, but like just the hands?
With your hands?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and you gotta like move your
Sounds such
hands
a
out of the
dumb
way in
game.
time.
Because you could actually have some like rules on like first to 30 slaps wins or something.
And you gotta
Yeah.
hold your hands out. Like,
It would be boring to watch though. This is not as entertaining as wife beating.
Yeah. Wife beating is a whole new sport I just made up, Nicole. These are already games people play.
why don't we just do like redneck backyard wrestling?
Yeah, redneck something.
Where you just
Oh yeah,
where you put
redneck
them, where
something.
you put them in like the wife beater shirts, and you put them in
Yeah.
like a pile of mud. There's like a pig in the back somewhere with like an above ground pool, and they just go at it with whatever is in the backyard. You know, a hose, picnic table, a lawn chair, an empty
think this-
gasoline can.
No. They have to, during the whole match, they have to have a beer can in one hand.
If
my
you
God,
spill your
you-
beer, you're out.
No,
Like
you gotta drink the beer while you're doing it.
They have to keep sipping.
Yeah.
Just like use
And they gotta shout at each other, you think you're better than me?
What you say about my mom?
I like it.
Like I said, the
Well,
pieces in the back are what really make it.
all right, one last one. I think we got one more question. Time for one more.
Yeah, sure.
All right, let's see if we can get a good one. What's the worst human invention ever made? I don't know if that's good, but that's just like why we've.
Oh, what do you consider to be a cultural food of the United States?
That's a burger and fries, hot dog.
Yeah. Even though burgers from Hamburger,
Well,
it's still
click on it.
But a hamburger is not
I was gonna say-
necessarily from Hamburg.
What about ambrosia
Depends.
salad?
What's that?
What about ambrosia salad? That's like a really big thing in the South.
That is, so no.
It's a southern
No.
food.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Click on. I want to see what the comments.
I don't even know what you just said. You're making that up.
It's like marshmallow and like canned
Cheese from a
fruit.
can. That might be it.
Cheese whiz?
Yeah.
Pumpkin pie. That's pretty.
Oh, that's what somebody said. As someone not from the States, I would kill to try
Pumpkin
peach cobbler or
pie
pumpkin
and
pie.
vanilla ice
Peanut
cream.
butter.
Peanut
I
butter.
Peanut butter? Hell yeah. Is peanut butter strictly like a big American thing?
It's a very big
It's a
American
very
thing.
American
Yeah. Most
thing.
people
Yeah.
don't. Most Europeans don't eat peanut butter.
Oh, apparently
No.
chicken wings.
Buffalo wings?
That's a big thing. I did not know that.
Buffalo wings are so good.
Named after Buffalo, New York, which is a terrible place to get buffalo wings. Peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Wow, we are known. This is not great. We need better.
You take that back. Peanut butter and jelly sandwiches are top notch.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how I could live without them.
I couldn't tell you the last time I had one.
I just had.
I know you did. You made it with a tortilla though, because we're in a Hispanic household.
Yeah, I had a tortilla,
Puerto Rican.
peanut butter all over the whole thing, and then you put pickles in the middle and roll it up.
What?
I'm sorry.
You
What,
put
what
pickles
happened?
in peanut butter?
I
Yeah, dog.
Please kick him out
So-
of
I
the
like
house.
pickles
Here's-
together, but even then, it sounds awful.
Here's what happened. I saw one time, like maybe 5+ years ago, maybe 10 years ago, that pregnant women like peanut butter and pickles. And I was like, that sounds gross. And I'm like, well, you know what? I haven't tried it, so why knock it? And I tried it. I'm like, that's actually pretty fucking delicious.
Because they crave things that the baby
Speaking
needs.
from the experience, I do not like peanut butter or pickle
You
during my
didn't try it.
pregnancy.
You didn't try it.
They usually just like want like the salt and
Do you even like peanut butter though, Chloe?
I'm alright. I can.
Yeah,
do it.
see?
It's not
You
my-
gotta already have a taste for the peanut butter.
I was gonna say I was pregnant once and all I craved was oysters
Do you like
and mangoes.
oysters and mangoes? Do you like pickles, Chloe?
No.
No. The
So you're saying it doesn't sound good, peanut butter and pickles, but you're like, I don't even really like peanut butter, and I hate pickles.
Pretty much.
So it was already off the table for you.
Maybe it's just those fat ass American pregnant women. But there's a person on here that was talking about all the different ways that people have suggested to eat PB&Js, and like one of them is like he said with pickles. Another one is peanut butter and mayo.
Did I ever tell you my idea for a restaurant?
Oh my
No.
god.
It's exactly this. The Chipotle, but peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. So different types of jelly, different things that you can put in it, different kinds of bread, different kinds of peanut butters.
Peanut butter with aged white cheddar and lettuce.
That's
Sounds weird. Wait, with Doritos, I've seen people do that because it just adds a crunch.
Ugh.
I'm so boring. I just do the peanut butter.
Just
and
eat
jelly.
crunchy peanut butter.
Someone eating this, okay?
Bananas, maybe.
Yeah.
Look,
Peanut
Nick.
butter.
Think about it.
Usually I end up having a peanut butter and pickle sandwich because I just ran out of jelly.
And
Chloe has a story.
And
So,
oh,
like, I just saw this online today, and I was wondering how it tastes. Okay, so it's called the Indian student hack. So
Okay.
they got like a bowl of rice,
Mhm.
and they put some yogurt in there,
Mhm.
and then they put Doritos in there.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's like
And
the
that's
closest
it.
thing to a curry, like curry.
Oh my god. Just buy some hot sauce.
that sounds so American.
They were definitely spicy nacho Doritos. Right?
Right.
Oh
The
yeah,
flaming hot.
You know what? For some reason, this is making me
Ghost pepper
crave Taco
Doritos.
Bell, and I don't
No.
even eat Dorito tacos.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Thank
I
God.
swear, Taco Bell's the only like fast food I ever really crave, besides like a burger every now and then. But like a specific restaurant is Taco Bell.
Yeah.
We have to avoid places that are
I
near
haven't
Taco
been to Taco
Bell.
Bell in years, but I would say somehow they do have a draw.
I don't know what it is, but it's just good.
It's maybe the crack cocaine that
You know
that
what?
they sprinkle in at the location you go to.
They have
No way they
right.
put crap in there.
They
with
have
low
no
prices.
competition.
Yeah, you're right. Like
there's no
fast food
other
Mexican. There's nothing else.
There's just nothing.
Chipotle isn't exactly the same. It's not the
No.
same thing.
No, it's a completely different brand and style of food. How has this happened? How has nobody else thought, you know what, I'm going to make the next
There's
fast food
Burger King,
taco place.
Wendy's. There's so many burger places.
You know
Right.
what? Maybe we're just not in the right area.
Yeah.
Let me look.
Five Guys, whatever. But there's only one Midwestern taco place.
Yeah, it's Taco Bell. There's literally nothing else. They lock down the market, and they actually advertise to their like 420 kind of crowd.
Yeah.
They lean into it.
Wait, there's 6 fast food tacos? How?
Taco joint? Well, we're talking like Midwestern, very specific taco place. See, Carl's Jr.'s not.
I'm just saying it's
Yeah.
on here. Okay, I'm looking.
They're talking. There's places that have tacos. Jack in the
Oh
Box.
yeah, no, like a taco.
Taco John's.
Based, like,
Where's that
Burger joint.
I don't
has
know what
tacos
Taco
the
John's
same
is.
as Taco Bell.
and like
Oh, in
chicken,
Wyoming,
like,
okay.
KFC has competitors,
at? West
right?
Coast.
There's Chick-fil-A and there's what's the other one?
Popeyes.
Popeyes, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, every other cuisine has multiple chains.
Wait, hang on. We do have an El Pollo Loco around us.
Oh yeah, you're right. El Pollo Loco.
Is it like
And Del Taco exists.
No, I've had that. That's not
Yeah.
like Taco Bell.
It's not.
Everywhere I've gone that's
Specifically chicken.
Mexican isn't fast food Mexican. It's like fast casual
Yeah.
or above.
Like El Pollo Loco, it's fast food Mexican, but it's not like Midwestern tacos.
It's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, we
It's
need...
a little bit more authentic.
Like, Taco Bell right now is the McDonald's of tacos, right? There's no other one. So we need, like, the Wendy's of tacos.
Yeah, I'm just saying,
Yeah, exactly.
There's a place called Taco John's that started
That's my next
in
restaurant
Wyoming.
idea. That would be my next treat.
Oh, so
Sorry.
Tacos and John's?
What would you call it? What would you call
That's
a
what I was
Taco
just
Bell
thinking
place?
out. Is so Taco Bell. So I would start with burrito for sure.
Why burrito?
Burrito Buster.
Because they already start with taco.
But you know what though? But like none of the burger joints have. Well, I guess Burger King does.
Yeah.
I was thinking burger in the name. It's only Burger King though.
So if it was like, it's got to be something like very stereotypically what Americans think of Mexicans. You know what? I'd name it.
It's a long sign.
Yeah.
Sombrero.
Yeah. Sombrero Hut.
Sombrero Hut. I love it. That's a perfect name. Sombrero
I
Hut.
feel like I should be offended, but whatever.
Wait, what were the Indian places that were like not teepees, but the ones that were like more like mud buildings?
Adobe houses?
Yeah.
Adobes, yeah. That doesn't really roll off the tongue with taco. I was thinking like Adobe House, but Adobe's just too associated with like
No.
Photoshop
It'd
now.
be Uncle Rodriguez Adobe of tacos.
Oh my
And
god.
you know what? We would hire a totally white blonde dude to put on the sombrero and have maracas to advertise it.
You know, I haven't seen that Taco Bell dog in a long time. Yeah, if you really wanted
It's gotta
like
have
the
blue eyes too.
you actually have to climb over a wall to get to the restaurant. I was gonna say, like, if you really were naming this, you would just name it like a Mexican last name, like, you know, McDonald's is McDonald's, right?
Oh, Rodriguez.
Yeah. Or you can do Martinez, huh?
Martinez.
Get that M.
Or to try to sell it to Nicole, we could be Mick Martinez, so we get that Irish market too.
Big Martinez, I like
was
it.
gonna say my last name in like high school, people used to call it like enchilada or like edge of a burrito.
Yeah, I still can't say it. Eva Churia? Close?
No.
DHE,
Yeah.
Maria.
If I spell it for you, would that help?
No.
Nah.
Because my dad likes to throw.
I'll just call you Nicole Puerto Rican.
Like I said, like one of my friends used to say, it sounded like I was saying edge of a burrito.
She's just NPR to you, huh, Nick?
Yeah.
Or like I said, enchilada. That's the other one. It's kind of the same amount of letters. Starts with an E.
Wow, it doesn't matter what town you're from. People just give you racist nicknames, huh? We had a little gook friend.
Good friend. Oh my god. Is that the one that's coming over tomorrow?
I did not know Cody's real name.
I also, for a while, didn't realize that was a negative term, but I did actually call him Cody before a lot of my friends ever did.
Chloe, do you hear this?
I do not.
Oh, he's Korean. Chloe's like, yeah, he was a little.
Yeah, I was gonna say she's Chinese. She would agree. She's like, yeah, fuck him.
I missed the conversation.
You're talking about the racist slur that they would call their Korean friend.
Yeah.
Was,
It's like,
Oh yeah, I heard that.
I mean, it's okay because he's Asian, but imagine if you had a black dude friend and you called him obviously
little N-word
around everyone.
little hard R.
Right? Isn't that crazy though that it flew for a little while until we realized that was really bad?
Yeah, because you guys were in a population of 99.5% white people where you live.
Right.
Yeah.
Out of 100 people in your town, only half of one of them would not be white.
Yeah, there's one black family.
Once they ran out.
One time.
Obvious
Yeah, they
reasons,
probably
like
saw
they
the
should.
Police Lives
Yeah.
Matter flags and was like, nope.
I'd be like, yeah, what are you doing? Like, you need to get out. Get away from these people. I don't want to be
there are a
around
few
these
that are
people.
telling you, like, I'm not telling you to get out because I'm racist. I'm concerned for your safety.
Yeah, like, I don't want to be around these people, and I'm the right color for them. You need to get out of here.
This is where the inspiration for the movie Get Out came from.
Pretty much. I'm curious what the high school looks like now. If there is a mix of
If it
white and
isn't,
black kids
yeah.
now in
Rather than
Shelby.
the two
Well, yeah,
black
one of
Korean kids.
my nail techs, she had to cancel on me because of the weather a couple days ago. She's black and she's from your guys' area.
But that's not the same.
Our area-
Being from Shelby
Mansfield-
and the
yeah,
area of
has
Mansfield is
plenty
different.
Of black people,
Yeah.
okay?
Shelby is the Pacific one
Shelby
we're talking
is
about.
where it's specifically a bunch of white rural people that really,
That are racist.
Yeah.
We're talking. You drive from Shelby to Mansfield. There's two way different neighborhoods.
Yeah, that's probably
That
why all
black
the people
family
went
that
to
moved in,
Mansfield.
I
It's
know one
safer.
kid that was in my class got suspended for making racist phone calls to them.
Oh,
Oh,
my
really?
God.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't shock me. It's not really
Well, if it makes you
shocking.
feel better, he's probably dead or in jail.
Yeah, for sure. That guy was not going anywhere. I can tell you that for sure.
He wasn't going to be voted most successful, most likely to be successful.
Yeah, no.
Did we even do things like that? I don't think do we have those in our school? I don't
I
remember.
thought you guys just
What?
smoked weed.
We had a payphone.
What?
Payphone.
Payphone.
What did we have?
In our yearbook, remember there's voted most likely to succeed.
Oh, yeah,
or-
we did.
Did
I
we
had,
have those? I don't remember.
Voted worst car, so at least during my year. It depends on who did it, right?
Oh, you did have voted
Any
worst
year.
car? Well, that's probably true. Which car was it?
The 88 Plymouth Horizon.
How do you remember that?
That was mine. I won.
Because he won an award.
Yeah, I won that.
Man, if only Zach had Uwaga back then.
I had worse. I had a car that I turned into the high school, and the wheel fell off. The whole axle broke.
That's pretty bad, man.
The whole entire axle broke. It was like It didn't last long, so I don't know if you
I
remember.
never knew about this.
Jesus.
I don't think you remember because this is probably you were already out of high school.
Yeah.
This is a car we went and got for free. It was like stored under like a person's like tree for a while.
Dad knows these.
Yes.
Dad gets these. Dad was your hookup, wasn't it?
Yeah. It was like a white small car. I forget what kind of car it is, but it's a very small white car. And it
Why
must
gotta
have
be white?
maybe been like a month we had it. And he was driving us that time for whatever reason. He drove and he turned and literally the axle just fell off.
What do you expect for free?
Exactly. It was because it was just rusting under a tree for like 2 or 3 years, right?
Yeah. Well, he drove that station wagon that he got for free that had a cracked window and rusted all hell. I would have been caught dead in that thing. Like, I'm surprised it runs, but it was free.
Right. We had some crazy cars back in the day. All right. Well, anything else to top off this podcast?
Yeah.
About dicks, vaginas,
No.
and
Why did you bring it back to dicks?
Yeah, we got to wrap with a dick thing.
Wrapping dicks?
Wrap it with a dick. A wrap of dicks.
Yeah.
Like a cute little cartoon
Oh, there's
wrap
another
that
idea.
where
A
the
wrapping
dicks
paper.
are wrapping?
Novelty wrapping paper, with just prints of dicks.
I'm pretty sure that
Have
already exists.
Yeah, probably at every store that sells anything related.
That
to
definitely
bachelorette parties.
exists.
It's probably in Spencer's right now in the bachelorette section
Chloe, do you want to leave us with any words of wisdom?
that are not related to bollocks.
Yeah, don't wrap your dicks.
Wait, what? Oh, Chloe says no birth control. Don't wrap it before you wrap it.
Chloe comes out. I'm against protection.
She's a
Well,
pro
that's how we got the
birther.
kids, Zach.
Yeah, it's true. Well, look where that got to, Chloe.
Mm-hmm. But they are adorable.
They are really cute.
Got me there.
Most kids are weird looking, but yours are really cute.
Do you comment that on Facebook? Like, for ours, you leave they're really cute, but the other ones are like, your kids are really weird looking.
No, Zach can tell you. I'll tell him.
Just
They're
type
like a
in
weird looking kid.
weird. Just put in like a alien emoji.
What's another one? They had like America's Top Fashion Model or something, right? Where the women were all bitchy and like,
Right.
pointing out all their flaws.
American Next Top.
Yeah, America's Next Top Model.
Tyra
Yeah.
Banks.
That's my next idea. That would be the pet project, but for babies.
Jesus.
They have that already. They have like pageants and stuff for kids.
Yeah, that's just weird.
No, I'm talking just born babies.
They have to be new. You go into a
Just
newborn.
so fat.
I was gonna say they do have pageants. I think that go as young as either 12 or 6 months, where it's just the parents.
So you're going
holding
to a
back.
hospital nursery
But so that is a pageant, but this is a reality TV show where we get the cameras.
Have
where,
you
like,
never
go
seen
behind the
toddlers
scenes
in tiaras?
No, he's talking. You're going to newborn babies.
and judging the ever loving shit out of them.
Nick, I feel like you would have way too much fun with that.
Yeah.
Too ugly. Too fat. Get out.
Too mucusy.
Mhm.
You couldn't even code.
Because maybe you lose, just like a pound.
We need a couple kilograms off of this
Maybe
one.
you know how to diet, for God's sake.
Get it out of my face now. Put the baby on the scale. Get off the scale.
Well, look, you have to understand the baby will lose a couple pounds within the next few weeks naturally, okay?
All right. Well, we'll leave it at Chloe wants you to have babies.
Thanks, Chloe. Gonna do these next ones just for you.
You're welcome.
Be thinking of you tonight.
Later.
Yeah, later. Leave it on that note.